It's about 7 p.m. Time to start getting productive for the day. We're back in the bathroom, and what do we do when we're in the bathroom? We do something fucked up to my head. I need a new look. I'm needing to feel inspired for the low price of about $8 today. I'm gonna get a fancy new look. So I polled my children on what color I should dye my hair, and they both independently voted green. Now I had picked red, but they voted for green, and I went to the store. I decided I was going to do green because they're smarter than me. They know better than I do most of the time. But when I went to the store, they didn't have any green. They only had the red dye. And it was on clearance too. It was on clearance. This is our old friend Splat. Remember her? And this first store I went to did not have green. So this was God telling me that I was right. And that I should go with my instincts and dye my hair red. Because if a clearance item at Walgreens isn't God speaking to you, what is? Turns out there's a reason this kit was on sale. It's one of these dumbass dye kits that doesn't come with the bleach. As if, like, anybody could ever achieve this result in their hair without bleaching it first. It didn't come with the bleach kit. Not to worry, I got extras. Ooh, baby! 40 volume developer right here. We're gonna bleach the fuck out of this hair. Just gonna put this in my little Tupperware container here. Gonna mix it up with this spatula that I just used to cook mac and cheese. I don't have like a plastic spoon in my house. I couldn't find another plastic utensil in my kitchen. Getting bougie. Everything I own is made out of metal. For those of you who don't know, if you're not familiar with bleaching, you can't use metal with hair bleach because it causes a weird reaction with the bleach, and it can cause your hair to turn green and not die from inhaling this powder. So if you don't follow Billy Porter on Instagram, what are you doing with your life? Like, why do you even have a phone? He posted a reel the other day that I found really inspiring. I'll insert it here.
I don't know why people are pushing back against the man in the dress concept, and I don't care. I'm free. Either you're with me or you need to move out of my way. Please. It's a personal thing. I find it really odd that what I'm doing over here, and this is not just in fashion, this is across the board and everything. So what I do over here in my own life triggers you so much over there that you feel the need to X, Y, and Z. Beat me, hate me, shame me, take my rights away. It's like, just leave me alone. Just leave us alone. What am I hurting? Who am I hurting by expressing myself in this fabulous way? Nobody.
Now, I am not personally experiencing like any type of harassment or persecution due to my gender or any other reason right now, but it did get me thinking about just choices we make and things we have to do for our own happiness, and how we all spend way, way, way too much time doing things that we think are going to make other people happy, and trying to conform and just cater to what we think the world wants from us. And at the end of the day, it really just doesn't serve us in any way. At the end of the day, the only choice I've discovered is just to be me. And I'm about to be fully me. Like me as fuck. Because there's no benefit to doing anything else. For a long time, I avoided using profanity of any kind on this channel because, you know, you want to get your ad money and you want to be monetized. And it's like, I gotta be honest. Like, Catherine, be honest with yourself. Your channel is so goddamn far away from being monetizable right now. There's really no point in reining myself in and trying to appease YouTube advertisers right now. That's ridiculous. Oh my god! For a minute I thought this didn't even come with gloves. I was literally about to take it back to the Walgreens. Okay. But I realized that it's like I am conforming my speech around the idea of monetization, which would be a fine thing to do if I were monetized. You know, we all got bills to pay. I don't mind rules like that existing in the world, but the more I think about it, the more it's like, I'm sitting here minding my P's and Q's, never saying fuck, ever, for no reason. Like, I gain about 70 subscribers a year. And if you're subscribed and you subscribed recently, I love you so much, and I would never complain about the number of subscribers I have, which I think is something like 572 right now. I have no complaints about my subscriber count. But you have to have a minimum of 1,000 to even apply to be monetized on YouTube. And like, at the current rate I'm going, it's going to take me like 4 years to get there. So why do I care? I also, for a long time, didn't dye my hair any crazy colors because I had this idea in my head that I was going to have a job interview and I wanted to look professional. And that's all well and good and nice. But I decided that 2 years ago. And at some point over the summer, shortly before I made my return to YouTube, maybe in August, I had this sudden realization that that was complete bullshit. There was no reason for me to be wearing like plain Jane hair colors when I wanted to have like cool, fun colors in my hair because I was not receiving the benefits of that type of conformity. So I'm not saying it's a bad thing to ever conform to social norms or to look normal or behave the way people think you should behave or act professionally. I'm just saying, if it's not benefiting us, why are we doing it? Be ferociously, violently, unapologetically you on the internet. That is my great advice. I am here for 2 reasons. Number 1, I am here to let you know you are not alone. You are not the only person out there who feels like you feel, who is experiencing what you're experiencing, who is responding to the world the way you're responding to it, who just thinks the thoughts you think. I'm just over here saying out loud what a lot of people are thinking. That's why people watch me. The other thing I'm here to let you know, as a YouTuber, is that you can do shit, you know? I have put these gloves on and taken them back off again like 3 times during this video. Like, what am I doing? You can do things. I am here to be an example of a person who is doing shit, okay? I'm doing what I want to do. I'm making the videos I want to make. Even if people don't watch them, even if, you know, I can't ever make money doing it, even if some people don't think I should be making them and they let me know in that comment section. Hi, how you doing? Thank you for watching. Woo! Let's not inhale that. Even if... Where was I going with that? You can get up here and you can do shit. I want to let people know that. The original reason I picked the red color, this is what I was going to tell you. I was going to tell you that I picked this fiery red color because I'm feeling fierce right now. That's bullshit. I have been depressed as fuck today. And I don't mean like bad, scary, get her some medication depression. Like that mild to moderate creep up on you depression that stops you from doing the things you really want to be doing because it just feels like such a wasted effort. I am here to be the example of getting up and doing it anyway, okay? Even if you've done something a million times and it feels pointless, it feels like there's no reason to be making videos or whatever your thing is you do, get up and do the thing anyway. Keep doing it, keep going. Even if 9 people watch this video, you know what? Those 9 people are getting something out of it. And one of them will probably leave me like a really nice comment and we'll have some connection there. And that makes it worth it because connection is really what we're seeking in the world right now. Everyone is seeking to feel connected. Oh, I forgot an important step. I don't have anything to wipe my hands on. Toilet paper, baby wipes. Just just at a moment in the world where everybody is seeking to be plugged in and connected and to feel like they have value and they have something to contribute. And I'm here to let you know you do. Even if you're like a frumpy mom in her 40s, don't know what you're doing with your life, been trying to find a new damn job for 2 years, nobody on the internet is interested in what you have to say. That's me projecting. I mean, people might be interested, I don't know. I know a lot of people who watch me struggle with this stuff, and I'm telling you, get up and do it. Get up and do the thing today, and please leave me a comment and tell me what you did. I am putting coconut oil on my scalp. This is a little trick. This is a little trick I learned on YouTube about bleaching your hair. If you put coconut oil on your scalp before you bleach your hair, it makes it less burny and scabby and welty when you bleach it. And it works great. I thought the coconut oil, the first time I tried this was a few years ago when I was in Vegas, and I was convinced the coconut oil was gonna like make the bleach not work somehow. Totally doesn't. Somehow the bleach just gets in there and does its thing anyway. That's my little helpful hack for you today. Welcome to Salon du Catherine. My great plan for today was I was going to clean up some stuff in my house, and that I have a 3-day weekend right now. I took Monday off for health reasons. I took Monday off, so I have a 3-day weekend, so I was cool with being a little bit lazy. I didn't do any cleaning or anything, any of that stuff today. I was going to take my kids somewhere today, and right before we were going to go, one of their friends in the neighborhood came and knocked on our front door and said that their parents were taking them to the very same place we were going to go. It's a small town. There aren't like a ton of places to go. But the neighbor kid came over and was like, hey, we're going to this place. Can they come with us? And I was like, oh, somebody else gonna take my kids somewhere so I don't even have to bother doing it? Hell yeah. So they went over there with them, and I sat on my bed and did meditation for like an hour and something while they were gone. It was great. It was actually really helpful. Why do I have the gloves on and put the coconut oil in my hair? That's not necessary. It's not a dangerous chemical. Like, I can't feel what I'm doing with gloves on. I started thinking on, well, really trying to not think, because, you know, it was meditation. It was not think time. It was unplug the thinking brain and just let your higher self speak, or whatever it is you believe in, God, whatever, the universe. And the mantra I came back to over and over was, I am free, and I am doing exactly what I want to do right now. I am free, and I am so blessed and so privileged because I am doing exactly what I want to do. And there's a little bit of a fake it till you make it kind of thing in there, because when I look at my life in general, the negative part of me, the kind of depressy, anxious part of me that wants me to apparently never get out of bed and do anything again, says, Catherine, you're lying to yourself. That's bullshit. You're not doing what you want to do. Look around. None of the things you say you want in your life are around you. You're failing at everything, whatever that voice in your head is telling you. So what I'm doing with that phrase and that mantra is, and the longer I go on on YouTube, the less wooey my content becomes. And I really kind of hate this word anymore, but it is manifestation. I am manifesting a state of being. Hear me out. When you want something to happen and you don't believe it can really happen, and you're trying to like hype yourself up, trying to gas yourself up, and just convince yourself that it's possible, which is the first step to getting up and taking action, you have to work backwards from the end. You have to start with the idea of what would my life be like? Like, how would I behave if I had what I wanted? If I knew my dreams had come true right now, if I knew I had what I wanted and I didn't even have to worry about it, how would I be behaving right now? What would I be doing? If I had what I wanted, if I had my dream job, if I had my dream following on YouTube, if I were living in the place I wanted to be living, how would I be behaving right now? You have to work from there, from the end, and go backwards. Because if you try to start, when you're in a bad, kind of depressed state of mind, I can't just force myself to get up and do stuff. I can't just force it. It's too... bleach up my nose. Oh, God. It's all right. Everything's fine. I cannot bridge that canyon by myself, and it becomes this spiral where we start like trying to like motivate ourselves to get up and do stuff, and we're not in a state of mind where that works very well, and we can't do it, and then we get mad at ourselves for not being able to do it, and it spirals, and that's how you end up getting nothing done. So you kind of got to work from the end. You got to imagine, picture yourself already having the thing. And this is where that like kind of woo-y sounding manifestation stuff comes in. You got to really, really get yourself in a state of mind where you can imagine like, what would things be like if I already had this? How would I be acting right now? And just sit with that. Don't get up and try to force yourself to do it. Just sit with it. Just sit with it. And you know, that was kind of what got me up and got me making a video today. This day could have been a complete wash. This day could have been a day where I just had to write off all my creative aspirations and be like, hey, oh well, try again tomorrow. But it isn't. You know what? I'm making a YouTube video. I'm getting her done. The future me that exists, who exists only in my mind at present, the future me, who nobody else can see, who already has everything she wants, would get up and she would make her video as if it were her job to make videos, because it is. You know what? That's what she would do. Even if she didn't really feel like it, she would get up and do it anyway, because she would know that there is a point to making the video. She would understand that having the video certainly has value in her life. Certainly there is value in making YouTube videos, because she is contributing something good to the world, even if she's not getting paid for a video or something like that. So that's what I'm doing, because literally she's me. The other person I was watching who I would like to mention that I got really inspired by is a guy named HINDZ, H-I-N-D-Z. Do you know HINDZ? If you don't know who he is, you should. He has a YouTube channel called In Hindsight, and I will link it below. Go watch his content. His whole channel is just a total vibe, which is literally his brand. Like, that's his whole thing. I think he's based in Canada. He's a content creator, makes music and stuff, but he does a lot of pieces on how to motivate yourself to get up and do creative things when it feels very difficult and you're lost in the weeds of your mind, because he struggles with it too. But he said something in one of his videos the other day that really, really spoke to me. He was talking about doing what I'm doing right now, which is like, get up and you have to get up and get started. You have to like produce something. You have to make something happen. And what he said is, when you do something like you're just making something just to make it, you are producing evidence of what you believe in. And when someone puts it like that, it's so brilliantly simple. What you are doing when you get up and you just make a little YouTube video, or you paint a little painting, or you apply for a job, or you, I don't know, if maybe you're trying to like be more fit and healthy in your life, and you get up and go for a walk around the block. You are producing evidence that you are capable. It's very simple. It's nothing complicated. produce evidence that you can do the things you want to do. Because once you see a little bit of that in yourself, it gets easier to keep going, but you have to start. Oh, you know what I was going to do? I was going to try to just bleach my roots first for a really long time and then just put bleach on the ends, but I'm realizing now it's going to take this blue a little bit to lift, so I'm going to have to put bleach in all of it. Pray for my hair. I'm going to have to bleach my ends longer than I wanted to. Ooh, this is a look. I loved the mermaid thing, by the way. I did love this, and I will probably bring it back at some point. On the off chance that somebody does want to interview me for a professional job and they care about how I look, I just heard the scariest noise outside my window. Well, if I get eaten by a werewolf, this will be a found footage horror movie. I'm making a video in here. I think the red, though it's not natural, looks a little more professional than green. Like, green hair is a little more juvenile than red. Isn't it? Isn't it? Am I imagining that? Tell me what you think. All right, I'm gonna go make some dinner, gonna cook some tofu, then I'm gonna wash my hair, and then I will come back to show you how well it bleached. This really hurts. As you can see, what I feared is kind of true. The blue did not all lift out completely, or in some places at all. It's definitely not perfect. There is a chunk of hair in the back where it appears, I may have just, I don't know, it looks like I missed it all together with the bleach. I don't know. So, yeah, there's that. The way to handle this type of adversity is really just with pure denial. I think the best course of action here, as we're looking at this, we see that it didn't go at all the way we needed it to go. I think the best course of action is really just to march forward as if it had. So we're going to put some dye in it and just act like it all, it's fine. It's fine. As you can see, there's no real method to the way I do this. It's all one color. I think it just saves a lot of time and aggravation to just lob it in there. Some people like to go in with the brush and do it in layers. For the purposes of what I'm doing here, I have never ever found there to be like really any point in that at all. This literally looks like blood. Now we're just gonna let it sit for a long time, like 2 hours. This is the type of dye, it's basically just a stain. Like, I could leave this sitting in my hair overnight if I wanted to. I'm not gonna like ruin my hair by leaving it in too long. Why, yes, I do look amazing. Thank you for noticing. The next thing I'm gonna do here, because, you know, we're having relaxing spa time, me time tonight, I'm gonna put on one of these face mask things that I love so much. This one is a collagen one, but it's like a vegan collagen that says it's certified vegan. I don't know. I don't really know what the point of putting collagen on your face actually is. I know collagen was all the rage a couple years ago. I think it had something to do with keto and weight loss and something about your skin. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to that stuff because as far as I can tell, it's all bullshit, mostly. All those like trendy beauty, weight loss, whatever things. As far as I can tell, it's all nonsense and I pay very little attention to it. But I know collagen was supposed to be some great thing, and that mask was like $3 on my grocery delivery app, and it said it was not, and I don't know, it was like not animal collagen. So I'm gonna do this thing. These mask things look absolutely horrifying on me. It looks like I'm about to murder you. All right, doesn't that look lovely in like a horror movie kind of way? I love how creepy these things look on my face. I love it so much. It's probably the only reason I actually use them. Anyway, this is, I've used this one before. It's really soothing and relaxing, and I enjoy it, and it does seem to freshen up my face a little. So for $3, why not once in a while? I'm gonna go make some tea now. Well, that was pleasant and soothing. Wow. It got red around the edges. Ugh. Well, I'm gonna drink some chamomile tea now. I started drinking chamomile tea again recently after having fallen away from it for years. I was also sort of inspired by HINDZ, that guy, to do this. I think I've said a few times on here, I am very, very easily suggested to when it comes to food and eating and just random little things. And I don't know, he's really into tea and talking about tea and drinking tea all the time. And I was like, oh, I want to be a tea drinker. I've always had this idea in my mind that tea drinkers were somehow like superior to coffee drinkers, you know, like they've got their lives more together than I do. Like they wake up early in the morning just because. And they don't ever like sit in their beds eating cheesecake at midnight or forget what day it is. You know, they're like together. That's who tea drinkers are. He drinks like actual tea leaf tea. I can't do that right now because it's too acidic and I have to drink a high pH tea, which is good because chamomile tea is the only kind of tea I really, really love. I actually really enjoy it. It is very soothing and I have very positive associations with chamomile tea because anytime I'm going through a period in my life where I'm drinking chamomile tea, it's because positive, bright, magical things are happening. That's always when I drink tea. So hopefully that holds true this time. Hopefully you have enjoyed watching this video. If you stayed here till the very end, you know how much I love you. Subscribe, leave comments, share, all that stuff, like. I'm gonna go chill out in my bed. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. That's how long this all took. Good night, guys.